Bigger days on the football calendar than Champions League final day. Fans are beginning to pour into the stadium and the tension is palpable. It is Juventus. They face Manchester City and it's live right here on EA TV. And ready for action. The date has been marked on calendars for months now, and the stage is set here in the Spanish capital for the UEFA Champions League final. Hello everyone, I'm Derek Ray, joined for commentary as always by Lee Dixon, and we're just minutes away from kickoff here at the Estadio Metropolitano. It is Juventus facing Manchester City.
Well, thanks Derek. Probably the biggest club competition in the world. The final at the end of that competition is always fully expected to be a great game. But you've got a lot of players involved who are very nervous. I always look down as well, Derek, to the coaches. What do they do on a night like this? There's nothing they can do. They can't kick a ball, but they certainly can use their brains. Do they change their game plan? Do they have a special game plan for a final like this? I suggest you've got here on merit. Just carry on doing what you do.
The old lady of Italian football going with this starting 11. Wojciech Szczęsny between the posts. Miralem Pjanic starts alongside Blaise Matuidi in the centre of the pitch. And leading the attack today is the hard to contain Cristiano Ronaldo. There was definitely a need for a new Atletico Madrid stadium, and they've got the new ground here in the eastern part of the capital, the Metropolitano, and it's brilliantly.
It is. I was lucky enough to go to the Calderon. I love that stadium. Very old, as you said, and literally falling down. So they needed a new home, and they've done a great job with this one.
And here's the Manchester City lineup. Nicolas Otamendi starts with Aymeric Laporte in central defence. David Silva starts with Kevin De Bruyne in the centre of midfield. And leading the line is Sergio Aguero. And they get the ball rolling in the Champions League final. We're about to find out who will be crowned Club Kings of Europe. It's with David Silva. Sterling. An authoritative challenge. Now Cuadrado. Ronaldo threading it through. Now he's got to stay calm. Oh, that was a terrific stop in a 1-versus-1 situation.
Well, high fives all round for the goalkeeper. Absolutely fantastic.
And now Kevin De Bruyne. Plenty of running towards goal. One man to beat. Not really the ideal clearance. Bonucci doing the blocking. Corner for Manchester City. And a short corner it has ended up being. And he's pulled it back here. Fernandinho with it. And Aguero. Is it going to be Sané? In it goes! Manchester City strike first in the Champions League final.
Incredible scenes, Derek, incredible scenes. Well, you tell youngsters in that position just to hit the target. You can't score unless you do, and on this occasion he does, and he scores.
And they're playing once again, Manchester City with the advantage. I must say, no shortage of space. Simple for the keeper. was a bitter pill for Juventus fans to swallow. The experience of the 2017 final in Cardiff, when they were beaten by Real Madrid despite having good patches of play in that game.
Well, an experienced side Juve will be looking in that dressing room. As a senior pro, you have a responsibility on the pitch.
Pjanic distributing brilliantly. And it's Douglas Costa in the middle. Betwixt and between that clearance. Aguero. Sterling has it. De Bruyne. David Silva. Pjanic now. Oh, he's given it away here, Pjanic. Not a particularly strong challenge. Aguero. And this is Zane. Straightforward piece of goalkeeping. And in with a real chance. Only the keeper. To beat. A City corner it is. So the corner played into the box. De Bruyne now. Fernandinho. Aguero. And Aguero. David Silva. Wonderful block. Aguero. Well, let's see what he has in store for them. Here's Ronaldo. And read perfectly by Otamendi. And Manchester City moving the ball with purpose. Juventus have given it away. All ball, no doubt about it, and he's been a bit unlucky. It'll be a throw-in. Job done, ball one. Well, not a cross that will live long in the memory. Goal kick. Now Matuidi. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a splendid ball from Ronaldo. Douglas Costa, he's in behind. And Juventus have done it. A goal for them. Level pegging.
Well, just look at this. They all back off him and he takes the advantage. He goes through 1, 2, 3. In the end, it's a wonderful solo goal.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored. So, a level contest, 1-1. It's with David Silva. Laporte. De Bruyne. Fernandinho. Aguero. David Silva. Pjanic. Douglas Costa. Cut out by Otamendi. A lot of momentum about this Manchester City attack. What can they do from here? Can they take the lead? And a goal for City!
The crowd have gone crazy, and quite rightly so. What a finish that is. Well, here's the replay. I'm sure the keeper will be looking at his defenders, but what can they do? It's a lovely strike off his laces in the back of the net.
Not exactly what Juve wanted. They've conceded a goal. Now the onus is on them to respond. And there's the whistle. Half-time it is. A radiant Champions League final up to this point. "45 minutes separating these two sides from glory. The second half of the Champions League final begins.